I don't agree. I think we're not prioritising our food production. And I watch all this with horror while China is mining coal, building railways, taking it down to Beijing and burning it in their fire stations, in their power stations. I see the same in India. So I think we've got the entire emphasis of our nature versus our food production. We're fine as long as the currency holds up. But as we hollow our economy out, eventually the currency collapses and we won't be able to import all the food that we import at the moment. The DWP, and my knowledge of the DWP and HMRC, I think, they are structurally now flawed, both of them. So I think you've got to do a lot from a governance point of view, from an actual sort of a cultural point of view, to change the way they operate. So I actually, if you look, DWP, you've got Department of Education, or HM, if you look at figure 4, I think you've got a cultural problem in these organisations, and the key I think the committee would like to understand is how are you going to change that culture? I think DWP is deeply flawed culturally. I think HMRC is deeply flawed culturally. How are you going to change that? You're not going to change the outcome. 37 consecutive years? No. It's become ingrained. And what I think is absolutely essential is to protect the interests of those people who built this country into what it is today, who pay their taxes, who live here honestly and legally, and who are being crowded out by mass legal and illegal immigration, which is not helping us because a lot of the people who've come in are on welfare. They're a cost to our country, not a benefit to our country. And it's time now to get rid of those people who aren't making a contribution, who shouldn't be here. And let's start, as we say, we've been very clear with what we do. We would start with those people coming here illegally. So we'd stop that. We'd detain and deport them. We'd then detain and deport those people who are living here illegally. And then we will move on to those people who are living here, who aren't contributing, who can't speak English, who are on welfare, and actually are a burden to the British taxpayer.
Aren't going to be given extra money to pay for their winter fuel needs. This from in an office, the Deputy Prime Minister, when Angela Rayner only in 2021 criticised Boris Johnson when he was Prime Minister for having a vanity photographer about his priorities in public spending. What do you make of that hypocrisy?
Well, Gina, I'm afraid I think the whole lot of them are a bunch of pork-barreling clowns. And I find it incredible that having been preaching about integrity in government and everything prior to being elected, they're now taking all these gifts and freebies.